Welcome back to Daytime. Now, if you are in need of braces, it doesn't matter what age you are, you don't want to be that ugly-looking Betty. But thanks to a new technique, you can attain straight teeth without anyone else knowing. Talking to your dentist, and today we're going to talk to Dr. Paul Ling. Thank you, sir, for coming in.
Thank you for having me on, Tim and Carla.
I've always been, or an orthodontist has been like a four-letter word for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I grew up, I was telling you earlier, Dr. Ling, I had the full braces and then I had the headpiece so you sleep at night and
Oh, you had the head?
I had the whole thing.
Did you just have to wear the headpiece at night? Or
Just thank God, imagine wearing it during the day. No, I just wore it at night. So, or like this to me, I wish this was around when I was growing up.
So do I, because I had the same treatment inflicted on myself as well too, Carla. Or I suppose I should say I was treated the same way.
Right.
But this technique is actually not as new as you might think. It was developed about 30 years ago in Japan, and I suppose I could tell you that I'm basically trying to bring it back our way so that adults, who are the obvious beneficiaries, can know a little bit more about their options.
Right.
So what exactly is lingual braces?
The term lingual is just a technical way of saying, Tim, that the braces go on the inside where you can't see them, so nothing shows on the outside. For professionals, adults, pretty much anyone that is a little bit more aesthetics conscious, this is perhaps one of the best solutions. It can treat any case, and it's not obvious to anyone who's looking that a person is actually wearing braces at any stage of their treatment.
Invisalign? What's the difference between Invisalign and the lingual braces?
Invisalign is an excellent system. It tends to be a little bit more limited in the range of cases that it can treat, Carla. It can treat most cases, and you still have a little bit of something showing on the outside, as you mentioned from your own experience.
Yeah, lucky me. Invisalign and the braces. I don't know, I just can't win.
Yeah.
Next is going to be lingual braces for me.
Your teeth look good, though.
Well, they better look good after all that.
Yeah, 2 treatments, yes.
Yeah.
And actually, they do look really good.
Oh, thanks. Promise, Mom.
Huh?
Actually, you're looking really good
got
too,
nice
Tim.
teeth,
Yeah,
too.
that's right.
So I guess this is a great way for, like you were saying, adults who don't want to wear the braces, or you know, you and I as we get older. That's why I did
Exactly.
the Invisalign, because you don't want people to see that you're
That's
wearing
right.
braces when you're over a certain age.
That's right. And Invisalign as well, like I said, Carla, can treat most cases reasonably well. Still, the gold standard is what we call a fixed brace, where the little braces are stuck to the teeth. Whether they're facing inside or outside, the idea is that with a fixed appliance, you can treat anything with the highest degree of precision. So it's still considered, as I mentioned, the ultimate standard.
Right. So meaning, if an adult has always been unhappy with their smile, maybe there's a small crooked tooth that they've never wanted to fix, this is a good way to do it?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
And we have some patients who may be able to show you exactly what it looks like.
Great. Let's take a look at them.
And they're here today. So who's the first one?
Well, Annetta
Hey, Annetta.
is a patient.
Welcome. Yep, come on right in here. How are you?
I'm going to hold this up to you so you can
How are
hear.
you?
Excellent.
Thank you.
Annetta finally just finished her treatment recently. And,
How long was your treatment?
About 8 months.
That's all?
Yes.
That's a pretty short time, isn't it?
I think we were lucky. Annetta was an excellent patient, and every case being completely different, Carla, it's hard to know at the outset. She did everything right.
I only had the 6 on top. So.
Right. And did you feel them like underneath the back of your teeth?
Oh yeah. I mean, with your speech, eating, everything, you'd have to get used to it. But it didn't take too long. About 2-3 weeks.
And nobody knew you had them?
Nobody knew I had
Really?
them
That's great.
unless I told them. Especially when I said, "Oh, I'm getting my braces off today." They're like,
What?
When the heck did you get braces?
Do we have a before shot?
We have, not of Annetta, but we have a few patients who are in the middle of it, so they can give you a cross-section view.
So before you go, you want to give us a nice smile so we can take a look at your great teeth? Yeah, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Dr.
very
Ling,
much.
great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ling.
You treasure patients like Annetta.
So our next guest, is she in the middle of her braces?
Yeah, Elizabeth is
Hi, Elizabeth, come on over here.
halfway through her
Hi,
treatment.
Elizabeth.
Hi.
So you're midway through your treatment?
Yes, I'm midway.
And how's it going so far?
I've gotten used to them. It's been a year now.
Yeah.
So my speech isn't too bad. And I'm still meeting people that I haven't seen that I've seen for about a year. And they still don't even know I have them. So, yeah, it's great.
Now, Dr. Ling, what's the average amount of time that a patient would need to wear them?
Yeah, we get asked this a lot, Tim. On average, you're looking at probably at least a year. Annetta's case was really quite a good lucky case. But oftentimes a case like Elizabeth's, which is quite more involved, you're looking at probably at least a good year and a half.
Right.
Could be as long as 2 years, but a year and a half is probably an average benchmark. if you had to state it that way.
Elizabeth, can I get you to look straight ahead with the camera with the light on and just give them a smile? They're going to take a look at your teeth so we can see.
Dr. Ling, is this a trend that dentistry is heading towards right now? Like, is everybody widespread through Toronto doing lingual braces?
Well, I certainly hope it will be, Tim,
Yeah.
in a very short time. The trend really starts in places like Korea, Japan, Australia, and certain parts of Europe where it really began, and it certainly has become a trend there. So I think if we look at what happens in Toronto in the next few years, the answer would be yes.
Before Elizabeth leaves, can I just ask you to describe like how many braces she has on her teeth so we can see?
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
sorry.
all right,
Elizabeth,
that's all right.
but I'm curious. I just wanted to know.
Basically, every tooth in Elizabeth's head right now has got a
On
brace
the top?
on the inside, yeah,
On
and the bottom
oh,
as well.
and the
too.
bottom.
Yeah, so the full set.
Wow. So what camera are we at? Camera 4? You want to take a look at camera 4? That's amazing. You would never know. Gosh. Now, I guess if you hadn't met Dr. Ling, you probably would never have done this and had
No.
braces on the front of your teeth.
No, I actually researched it, and
Yeah.
we went through quite a few different, the Visalign as well. But with this, you can't see it at all. So
No.
there's no glare, there's no anything.
Yeah.
So,
No, you'd never know.
yeah.
Well, you're halfway there.
Halfway
Your teeth
there.
look great already.
Thanks.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have one more, Dr. Ling?
Yes, just one more, I guess. Gigi started quite
Hey, Gigi.
recently, Tim,
Hi.
so she's
Hi,
right at the
Gigi.
front end.
Hi.
Oh, this for you?
Okay.
So we want to take a look at camera 1. Can Gigi look at camera 1? No.
We'll do camera
Which
4.
one? Camera 4?
So talk a little bit about
You come over
Gigi,
here. Don't be
Dr.
shy.
Ling.
Well, Gigi just joined us quite recently, and it's, again, I think fairly
Smile.
typical, Gigi, where people
So
are
you're
not
looking
sure of
camera
their
4.
options. And they may go to a few different offices trying to find out what possibilities exist, short of going for the Ugly Betty route, which still works. But in Gigi's case, because she just started recently, she's gone through the what I call the oh my God stage. Now she's used to the shape of the braces, and
Let's
perhaps
see.
she can tell you better.
Yes, like for me, I actually have them on the inside on the top and outside on the bottom.
Oh, outside on the
so
bottom.
it's like half-half.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been really good because I was also really concerned about like the appearance.
Right.
Because like in my job, I have to see a lot of clients, so it's like I just would feel really self-conscious. I had huge brackets popping
understand,
out.
yeah.
So when I found out about Dr. Ling, though, I was really excited.
Oh, really? That's great. You
Yeah.
must feel good.
Oh, we
Changing
do, yeah.
people's smiles and lives.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very gratifying.
Great. Well, good luck. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
What can patients expect as soon as they get them on? Is it a different feeling than...
It is a different world, Tim. Well, as Carla would know, having been a patient once as well, the feeling of having something different takes a while to get used to, like new shoes. Once patients get past that, I find they tell us they're pretty happy about not having to endure the look for the next year or year and a half. So for them, it becomes a very satisfying approach.
I think we have about 30 seconds left, but is there an age bracket that... Is it okay for younger kids as well?
Yes, it certainly is. You can treat any patient at any age, Tim. In my own office, we tend to concentrate on adults because we're in the core area of
Right.
Toronto. The youngest I've treated recent years would be maybe 11 or 12, child models, actors, that sort of thing. You would have seen them on Rogers at some stage. In fact, one of them used to be a Rogers model, but I can't tell you her name.
Oh, that's okay. Let me, before we run out of time, let me give you his website. There we go. www.insightbraces.com is Dr. Ling's website. Take a look. Thank you so much for coming in here and making a difference for everyone.
Thank you very much, Carla.
Thanks, Dr. Ling.